What's going on, peeps? It's Wrath here, hanging out today, playing some more Watcher of Realms, and today, we're going to try to finish up the Void Rift, at least Prologue 1. We'll probably start Prologue 2. I just want to kind of finish these up because I want to get into like the normal Void Rifts and unlock Olag, because he's probably like the best epic tank in the game, and we're going to rely on him in probably some upcoming campaign content, and if we ever like push the Gear Raid 2 further, we're going to need another good tank. Olag, obviously going to be nice for that. We could even use him in Gear Raid 1 to kind of hold things off of barriers for us a little bit, so he's going to have some use. I want to get him. To get him, we got to get the Void Rift rolling, so we're going to jump into that. Last time we did this, we finished out Phase 2, beat the boss, unlocked the portal, so we're going to go ahead and slurp ourselves through that into the new area. And this is where we're going to fight Phase 3. This generally is where it's obviously going to be the hardest in each one of your deals. The fights get more difficult, and you have like a big final boss to take down. Gonna grab that Luke's just laying on the ground. We're gonna take care of a little bug over here. Queen Tarantula makes a return. I think she was in the start of the Phase 1. Pretty annoying. She does target defenders, so putting a defender down obviously makes this a little bit easier. Who am I gonna be ditching out of the team though? That's the real question. I think it's one of you two. It's probably gonna be Voltus, and I think we're gonna be throwing Estrid in here because Estrid's a freak. I could even drop you and put her in, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. If we get stuck and need like really like heavy crowd control, we'll throw her in to freeze people for now. I think we've got more than enough power to make this work. So if this works how I remember it working, there's two ways to do this. You can start out by just putting a fighter down and trying to like just nuke them down and out heal the damage, which I think we're going to try to do just because we're pretty, I would say, above the power level. We'll throw a healer here. Generally, when she'll pop out here in a second to start targeting my dudes. She should target just the radius around the person. Good lord, she hits hard. I forgot how much damage she does. But we're doing enough damage to take care of these guys, which is nice. She will force target defenders when you put them down, so I am going to put Livian down. And I'm not sure if I want to put Ain directly behind her, because he will get hit by the damage that she summons around him. I'm not sure how long it takes her to pop it out for the first time. But how do I want to run this? So I'll go ahead and put my second healer down to heal everyone. Sounds like a smart idea, just to make sure we've got enough heals coming out, and then I'll throw Ain down, and we should be okay. I don't think she'll target everyone on the map. If she does, we might have to change our plan a little bit. How do I want to do this? Okay, so she's just going to target the defender with her attack, which is great, which means I can probably throw Ain up here to help poke this dude, and then throw Navros right here to help Livian take care of these guys down this way. So if you don't have any defenders on the map, I believe, go ahead and pop this up just to make sure I'm not telling you lies. She summons Falling Stones, that's what you just saw there, prioritizing defenders. When there's no defenders in the battlefield, she gets mad and drops Falling Stones on everyone. So if you're just trying to beat this with fighters, that can absolutely nuke your chances because it'll hit your healers and everybody. They might not be able to keep up, and then you just wipe. So it's nice to get a defender down so you know where she's going to put that, and then you can kind of strategically place your other heroes. For now, I think we're going to be okay. I don't think anyone's going to die. I wouldn't think. They do hit pretty hard up there, but we got two healers going. Two healers, I would say, is almost always a requirement. Just bring two healers. If you don't, you're going to be sad that you didn't. We're going to pop you up here like this. I might be able to get your ult popping and then just try to shoot her in the background, just see how much damage I can do. I don't think we'll be able to kill her or anything, but it would be interesting to try. I might not even have to pop the ult. I might just be able to do like so. And haha, I am taking her down. Get wrecked, nerd. I don't think I'll actually be able to kill her, which is unfortunate. So close. Oh, I got her. Get wrecked. Okay, so normally you won't be able to cheese her like that. That's just fun because I have Etril. I haven't taken her 6-star yet, so she's not quite as powerful. She will be eventually, but that's just a fun little cheese strat there. But yeah, get a defender down when you're fighting this one. If you don't, it's going to be much, much harder to deal with that because she will attack everyone, and that is an absolute nightmare. So go ahead and grab out this Nums here. Start moving forward, looking for all the ground loot like this, picking those up. And then we got a big bug here. Same idea, I guess. I'm assuming. We'll see when we jump in. Not going to change anything up. This is, I think, where they summon the 2 big bugs that come down each side to attack your dudes. I do believe that she's still on this one. I'm not sure where enemies come out to start with. So she's going to hatch this guy first. So we're probably going to put Livy in here like this. And then we're going to throw... kind of want my healers... We'll make it work. As long as we don't have... as long as we don't have, as long as we have a defender down, this will just target the defenders, which means we should be absolutely fine to just outright tank it. And then we can put you down to kind of help cover all of this. I'm going to aim you up, of course. And then we'll put our damage-dealing fighters down here, and they should be okay. If I've misread it and they start attacking these dudes, we'll be in trouble, but I think for now we'll be all right. Go ahead and pop Estrid down here. I could put Wrath behind Livian, just as extra damage in case something tries to sneak through. I think Navros will be able to handle it. I'm not sure if we'll need someone else down here. I can throw Idril in this area to kind of do some damage. But, if I'm correct, we shouldn't have to worry about this side getting targeted by the falling stones. It should always prioritize Livian, so we don't want to put units on these tiles, because that's just going to be unnecessary damage we don't have to take. Now, with this guy coming in, I am going to go ahead and pop Navros's ult. Just try to whittle it down faster. Trust me, those get much harder later on when they have really high power levels. They will absolutely decimate you if you let them. Pop that ult. Go ahead and start shooting her down a little bit. Might be able to take her out again. I'm not sure if we get stronger this time or not. I don't think we're going to make it this time. Oh, I lied, we did. Get cheese, nerd. We're going to throw our dudes in, because now we can. There's no fears of falling stones killing anyone. We're fine. Let this one kind of roll out. We shouldn't have any real issues. A lot of the enemies here have really high defense, so these guys do okay, but your magic damage is generally best. We don't have a ton of magic damage options yet, which is kind of an issue. Hopefully, it's like I skipped this week's summoning event. I didn't think it was good enough, especially not for this account. An extra chance to summon legendary heroes is only really good on this account if I'm going to sell those legendary heroes to buy like items out of the Awakening store. So I figured I'd wait till next week, and hopefully there'll be another like event on with like, oh wait, never mind. Just because she's not there does not mean that there will not be summoned boulders, but it didn't hurt us that bad anyway, we're fine. But definitely hitting our fighter very hard there. Our tank doesn't take as much damage because she's a tank. But hopefully next week we will have a much better summoning event for this account. I'm assuming it'll be the next banner event, but I could be wrong. Sometimes I am. But anyways, that'll be a good time to summon out. Hopefully we'll snag ourselves another good epic mage or something like that, so I can, you know, have a little bit more options. Oh, there's a lot more loot up here. More options for my magic damage, because right now my magic damage is pretty much Navros, and if I'm feeling crazy, throw in Voltus in there. So these, like I said, we've done these before. Very, very easy. We're going to pop you out, pop you in. I'll probably just throw her up front now. No, I'll put her... how am I going to do this? Oh, you can't stack the front on this. I forgot. So maybe we'll just put her like... We'll put her right here just for funsies. And that'll work. And then we can just kind of like sandwich everybody like this. And then I can put you like right back here in case people do start to sneak in. I can throw you in. And then we should be more or less good. Pop Navros down here, shooting up. I can use slow. I don't think I'll necessarily need to slow things down too much. We do have another unit to place down. Who's it gonna be? I guess just because, why not? Throw this in 2x. I don't think we'll have any problems here. Wrath should be able to easily clear most of the stuff up here. And when I pop her ult, she'll be doing tons of AoE damage. So we should be fine. Although we haven't even needed it, like they're just falling over dead before they do anything. But these are the easy stages. Like these are the ones, if you run into them, like if you lose on these ones, you're going to get decimated by everything else. Go ahead and pop her ult, just start smacking some dudes. She actually hits pretty hard for being like not 6-starred or like super well geared. She does pretty good damage. She's hit like 17,000 damage crits, and she does that to like everyone. So that's pretty good. Last, I think this will be the last 9 big dudes that come in. I guess we can go ahead and just pop Navros' ult for funsies. And Idril as well. And I guess Ain, even though he's not going to really do anything. But he will boost her damage since she is in his range. She might not even get to attack, though. Oh, she got the chop, I think. I think she chopped somebody. But there we go. easy, easy, get that done. Moving up on the boss. I don't remember who the boss is for the prologues. I know they can get really tough, especially like once you start the regular, like actual rifts. Those bosses can be absolute nightmares, but snag up all this loot. Boop, bop, 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 beep. Snag up that free ground loot there. And it looks like it's going to be Queen Tarantula. And I guess we're going to finish her off this time. That is the goal. I'm not going to change anything up here. I do remember this stage. Sometimes I think this one pops up like in your daily quest. You'll have like people that come and visit your camp. I think this is one that they ask you to fight every now and again. So she is going to pop out early. I'm thinking let her eat like essentially all of the damage and just run Navras back here to deal with like some of the units that come in. Probably should have popped a healer down first. That might come back and bite me in the butt. We're going to see very shortly. Do we have time to get one out? Yeah, we're going to be fine here. Hopefully we got time to get another one out before this guy comes through. We might have overjumped the gun here, popping Navras down as early as we did. But I think we'll be all right. Yeah, we're going to be fine. Let's go ahead and get Wrath to cover this side here. I can aim him either way. I'll just aim him that way for now. But yeah, he's going to take care of this side for us pretty well on his own. Navras should keep things from sneaking past her. But just in case, I do want, because she's going to, all these tiles I don't really want to place units on. I can place a second healer. I probably should, kind of like this, to heal these two tiles there. And I'll probably end up throwing someone behind Wrath, make sure no one sneaks by him. I would say I'll probably just throw Ain here to do some double pokies that way. I can throw Estrid back here to guard the crystal. It'll be outside that explosion radius, so I shouldn't have to worry about it. And then I should be good to go. I feel like I probably won't fail this, would be my guess. So as you can see, they do hit kind of hard, and this one on this side will be much more annoying. I can probably, I don't have Adriel out yet. I could just put her on this side to help a little bit. Probably not a bad idea. We're out of deployable units now. I could pop her ult when she gets it to try to either take this out early or take care of the boss. I don't think we'll be as lucky with the boss being as easy, being that it is the final wave. I don't think she'll just die. But having your tank on this and having it separated does make this AoE damage tremendously easier to deal with. I would definitely recommend you not try this without a defender in your team. Wrath just smoked that guy's butthole. Absolutely ridiculous. So these are the last couple enemies. I could pop Navras' ult here. I might do that, or do I want to wait? It's not going to matter. He's not going to reach anyway, so we're going to have to wait for it. And we're not going to have to wait. We'll let her take care of these dudes. And then the boss will come wandering its way up. And we're actually going to start shooting it a little early. Still actually doing a decent amount of damage to it. It almost died. Not bad. So she's going to summon this one more time. I believe she walks up on the left side here where our tank is. I could pick up our tank and then let her walk into everyone's attack radius, and she should die relatively quickly. But she doesn't have a lot of health, so actually she'll probably... Oh, wow. Navras just shot a dude over there, and it was over anyways. Not bad. Not a bad one. That can be annoying, but the easy way to counter that, make sure you have a defender. Make sure those defenders are not grouped up with a bunch of your heroes, especially your healers. If your defenders are touching your healers, that can get very sketchy very quickly, because if your healers go down, the whole thing's going to start crumbling on you. But that is Prologue 1 complete. Let's grab all this loot out. Ooh, 2 4-star sidekick powers. Delicious. Let's go ahead and claim all that loot out. What do we get? Ooh, we got gears. That's balls. Go ahead and sell that. That's fantastic. We'll absolutely keep that. Crit rate and attack bonus. Delicious. Flat attack, not so great. Crit damage, we'll lock onto it for now, just because attack bonus, attack, and crit rate, we'll lock onto that as well. Attack bonus, crit damage, attack speed. I don't know if these were meant to roll that way, but that's a pretty solid purple set. We can definitely make use of that. Another summoning crystal popped out. Happy with that. These are a big deal. Definitely need lots of foods, so that's good. There we go. Would I like to leave the Void Rift? I would. And I wonder if it's going to let me jump right into the second prologue. It does. Okay, so this should be much more difficult. We're going to try to make our way through probably phase 1 today, and then we'll knock out 2 and 3 in their own thing, because they do take quite a while to get through. Go ahead and start snagging up the free loots off the ground, as one does when they see free loots upon the ground. We snag them, like snag. Boop. And then we'll walk around here, make sure there's nothing around. Got a big flamey bro. After he revived, boost damage. I think he also gets an AoE attack once he revives. That can be kind of annoying. 108,000 power, so he's definitely jumped up quite a bit from last time. We'll see how difficult it becomes. I can't remember. I know this map too. Oh, I don't remember where he comes from. We're going to drop you out of the team, bring you into the team, get our 270,000 power back. There we go. Now, where does he come in the top? I don't remember, but we're just going to throw this guy up here to do some workage. And then I can, oh, we got some fighter bros. Not sure how heavy these guys are going to hit, but to be safe, I will throw a healer aimed up at Wrath just to make sure he doesn't die. 6,000 damage a swing, that would add up. And since I don't have him awakened 5 times yet, he's not going to have that self-heal available. We're going to run down here. I'm going to put you, and I'm going to put Ain behind her. That should be good for, I would say, stopping the vast majority of enemies on this side. I can throw Hollow back here in this spot to heal forwards, and we should be okay. Lots of enemies coming in from this bottom side, so Navros makes sense to go ahead and place down like this. Go ahead and get him doing some work. I think Wrath can handle this top side by himself, so I'm just going to kind of let him do his thing. I don't think the boss comes in the top. If he does, we have a healer on Wrath. Wrath does hit hard, so we should be all right. So far, looking okay. We'll go ahead and pop our healer down over here. And then we only have a couple more spots, but they are ground tiles. So we could place Volca. We're not going to place Volca because that would be cheating. We're going to put you like this. That way she's getting healed by Vortex and by Hollow. And she's good AoE damage. So if we do start getting swarmed, although I think this is pretty well taken care of, should be okay. We got, what, 13 enemies left? That's not too bad. Oh, Big Bro is coming up top. All right, well, that's interesting. So we'll see how much damage he does to Wrath. Wrath is just absolutely chunking him. Like, oh my gosh. Get decimated. He does hit a little bit harder now. There's his devastating combo. This one does hit AoE, so luckily there's no one stacked up around him for that to be a problem. But we are going to take him down again. Wrath is still going to smoke him. Not an issue. There we go. So even though the boss did come in on the top, we didn't really have any problems up there. Wrath is a freak. Such a good epic hero. It's nice that everyone kind of gets him for free because he makes a lot of the content in the game just a lot easier. But there we go. These should be the last couple enemies coming in out here. We might have someone sneaking up top again, but if we can take care of the boss with one hero, I think we can take care of anybody else that summons. I'm out of that deal. So, last 4. 1 down here. Just bring me 1. That's how we're gonna do things? Okay. I was like, I think we can handle more than 1 dude. I guess just pop your ult because it'll be fun to do that. Nice. She's such a good hero. I'm glad we snagged her out of things. But once I get her like 6-starred, man, her AoE is gonna be nuts. And she might even be the key, like 6-starring her. That might be what gets us over the hurdle in Gear Raid 1. I'm not sure yet. Obviously, magic damage would be better, but we don't really have that option right now. So, there we go. That fight done. Not too bad. Go ahead and snag out your loot like this. Amazing. More diamonds. Another easy one of these. 113,000 power, so they are jumping up kind of quickly, but we're still well over double. Shouldn't have any issues, I would hope. And we're going to run this pretty much the same as last time. I'm pretty sure that's how I did it last time. Pretty sure that's how I did it last time. Ain may not actually contribute at all, but, you know, oops. Just the way it's going to be. I don't think that's how I did it last time, but it's whatever. Okay, so we'll get some slow in here. Probably won't need it. We'll get some Eadril in here. Probably won't need it. But here we go. This shouldn't be much of an issue. Not to beat a dead horse, but these are pretty easy. They're just pretty much free loot grabs. Yeah. I'm not sure what the boss mechanic is going to be in this one, because that first, unless the boss mechanic is the dude that revives himself, could be. I'm not going to say it's not, because that's very possible. We could just have to deal with like a really strong version of him. I'm not sure if that's going to be the same way it was, like, because in the Prologue 1, Phase 1, we fought Queen Tarantula right off rip, and then we came back and fought her again at the end. I don't know if that's how this works here. I honestly cannot remember. It's been it's been many, many moons since I've done the Prologue 2, so we'll just kind of see how it unfolds. Go ahead and drop your ult. Drop some flaming crows? I think so. Ravens? Ravens and crows are pretty much the same thing, right? They're not that different. Pop everybody's ult just for funsies. Get her doing some damage. She actually did take some damage this time, which is a little bit rare. Even especially, she does heal herself for 147 health every time she smacks someone because of her artifact, which is a pretty miserable amount of health, but also her max health isn't very high. I think it's based on your max HP how much that heal is, so But there we go. Easy dub. Didn't think it'd be very difficult. And we're gonna move on. After we grab all of his loot, of course. I think these guys always just drop gold and diamonds. I don't know why it gives you like the gold in a bunch of separate stacks instead of just showing like, oh, you made $40,000. Because that would be nice. I'm gonna go ahead and fill out the map, make sure I don't miss any drops, although I think it's only, yep, on the bottom side of the lake. Snag that. Over here in the bones. Snag that. Run over here. Grab this. There's nothing down this way. Correct. Alright, now we gotta take this dude down. I think he also has a revive on death thing. Maybe that's kind of the idea behind Prologue too, is things that die don't actually die. But we're gonna make sure they actually do die 100% of the time. Oh man, this one's a pain in the butt. How am I gonna run this? This is a real question. Makes me wonder. I think he comes in down here, so I want my tank on this. But I need to cover the top. We've got 4 crystals to defend, and this is what really, really stinks about this. I have 3 fighters and a tank, so we do have enough people to actually cover. How do I want to do this? I think we're going to run Ain here poking up. We're going to run Wrath here to slap these guys down, because these guys have a lot of attack. So far, looking like we're going to poke this down and not have an issue. He might end up getting swarmed. I don't think that'll be too big of a problem. We only have 2 platform tiles here. So I don't know if we can get away without healing. We might try that. I'm going to put Livian down in a viscerally type area, because I'm not sure how I want to do this. Because I feel like I need damage. And I've only got the ability to place damage if I don't have a healer on this tile. This could be interesting. I might have to play with my brain on this one a while. I could try to tank him with a fighter, but I feel like that's a bad idea. And yet, it might be the only idea. We're going to let it play out for now, see how things go. These guys are taking them down pretty quick. The only thing I might think I have to do is I might put Estrid up here with Ain and bring Wrath down as my main tank. That might be an option. And then this guy does AoE damage. That's going to be very annoying. So we're going to try it this way. I don't think I'm going to have the damage required. Although I don't think it's going to be... We might make it work. Okay, so we're going to try to make it work like this and like this. And I'm going to put Estrid down here to hopefully deal with these bros. Then I'm going to run a healer up top. Oh gosh, I'm going to run a healer up top for sure, because Livian was getting absolutely spanked on right then. Okay, so looks like Estrid's able to handle this by herself. They're doing very little damage to her, so we should be okay. These guys do some very real damage, but now that our healers are down, should be okay. Navros will be able to attack in front of her, and I believe that's going to be the difference maker between winning and losing. I don't think that Wrath will die. We don't have a ton of enemies to fight. We're already over halfway done, but the boss is coming in now. And we can't place any more platform tiles. This is all ground units, and ground units, luckily we have enough to cover everything. We're gonna go ahead. Oh, he comes back to life, I think. So I want to probably wait and time Navros's ult until after, just to make sure that we can take him down again and much faster. So wait till he starts taking damage. So he might be immortal for a little while. It looks like he is. Good thing we waited. There you go. Pop this ult. Nuke him down, and then I think we're good to go. Okay, so after that, that was like the hardest part. Looks like we should be fine. Just a few enemies left. I don't remember where they come from. Looks like these top 2 lines. Go ahead and just pop Ain's ult here so he can take care of these dudes a little bit faster than normal. I like how he pokes up and still hits to the side. It makes sense. Just don't think about it. Last dude right here, waiting on him. But this is that was kind of a tough one because you're really limited on your platform tiles. If you have certain ground units, like Mariel, she's a tank that can heal. Constance, obviously a tank that can heal as well. You can put those in these little middle areas here, and they can contribute to your healing, and you can leave your platform kind of open for more damage. But we managed to make it work. Getting Navros over Livian and just sacrificing the heals on Wrath, it was okay. Luckily, the side enemies didn't do a whole lot of damage here, but that was kind of annoying. Didn't really matter though. We got it. There we go. Grab out this stuff. Is there a boss of phase 1 before you unlock the portal? I'm assuming there is. Yes. Okay, we got another. I think this guy also revives after death. This must be kind of the thing. Oh no, this one is tough. I remember this. Oh, there's a cheese to it. I'll have to try to do it in the middle of the fight. We have 2 crystals to defend. We'll go ahead and start it up. The boss comes in and goes to the top crystal. But this thing right here, if he makes it to that and starts channeling, I'm pretty sure it's just game over for you. So we're going to run a healer on this tile here. That's going to be the game plan. And I want to... I'm not sure how I want to do it to make sure he doesn't make it past. I'm going to start running Wrath up top. I think that'll be an okay idea. We'll go like so and let him attack people as they come in. Although, of course, they're going to send people in the bottom first. And this is where things are going to get kind of tough, because we aren't going to be able to... I need to have my tank up top for the boss. I feel like the boss hits pretty hard, if I remember right. We've got a lot of dudes that come in on the bottom. I gotta think with my brain. I'm gonna run you here for now, and I am gonna run a healer on you, because if I don't, I think this guy will probably end up killing you. So we're gonna run Hollow, like so. That should be hopefully enough to keep her alive. And then we're gonna run Vortex up here for heals. I guess we're gonna try to stop him with Ain in the beginning. Looks like we're actually losing a little bit of ground on her, but it's enough to survive, and that's really all that matters. So I think that's going to be the play. We're going to drop Ain here first to be our initial tank. These guys do get buffed when they go through that little fire. Ooh, this might be bad. They might just outright kill Ain. There's a good chance of that, actually. This could be a tough one. We don't have a lot of options for like where we place units. It's all ground, so you're obviously supposed to use Volca. That's why they put her there. I think our heals will keep up. As long as they're coming one at a time, we should be okay. He won't get overwhelmed. That's okay. That's good. Okay, I was kind of worried that we were going to die there. Looks like we're okay. Once this guy goes down, the last enemy is the boss. And I don't believe more units come in to actually fight you unless he makes it to this and can channel. So I think we could actually pick up our dudes down here right now if we wanted to, and it wouldn't be an issue. We're going to go ahead and pop his ult. He's going to hit pretty hard, but not too bad. Get him killed off, and once he dies, when he gets up, he prepares a deal where he like explodes the ground, and anyone that's placed down, it becomes an unusable place. You start channeling it? Yes. So if we go ahead, oops, and pick up Ain, he shouldn't dirty up the ground anywhere. And if we wait a second, oh no, I lied. Oh, crapo. Uh-oh. So this could be, we might have gotten ourselves into a bit of a pickle. The cheese, uncheesable. So this could be rough. He's going to go up here and start summoning, and that's going to bring in dudes in the bottom. Hopefully we can handle this, and Wrath can take him down. I can always throw Livian out here as well as a bit of a stopgap on this bottom half, and go ahead and pop her ult so she can hit everyone ahead of her and to the side. This is kind of okay. for now, it's working, and we can throw Ain behind Wrath up here, and he'll still be able to deal damage, and we might be able to make it. Before, if you didn't have anyone down, it wouldn't scorch the ground. That might have been something they fixed for this, because it was very, very cheesy to do that. You could just pick him up, you wouldn't burn the ground, you drop the dude back down, you're fine. Obviously, that is no longer the case, but Estrid doing good work down here. She's our main damage, because Livian doesn't really hit that hard. The big test is going to be, can Wrath survive? Oh, Wrath has got this down. I don't know why I was worried about. Wrath's a freak. But there we go. Actually worked. Even without the cheese, we should be good here. Go ahead and pop your ult so you can smack that dude ahead of you. Once she's awakened, her attack range actually is 2 tiles, so she could basically attack up there. But since she isn't, we have to use her ult for it. But there we go. We got that one done. A little bit sketchy, but made it work. They're definitely getting a little more complex, but the real hard stuff there is the lack of platform tiles to play around. We kind of have to use healers there. If you don't, you're going to lose your members, and then that's bad news. Ooh, a mythic extract. Well, tickle me. That's delicious. Grab that out of there, and that is phase 1 of Prologue 2 complete. Go ahead and grab out all that loot. Look at that, 69 diamonds. Game, how dare you. And a summoning crystal, which is definitely great, but there we go. I think we're going to leave it at that. I don't want to push too far in, because if we go into phase 2, that's probably another like 15-20 minutes. We'll just do phase 2 and phase 3 of Prologue 2 together at a different time. Hopefully we can make it all the way through. It's definitely getting more difficult, but that said, 10,010 diamonds. Look at that. How many summons we got? 107. So we definitely got over 200 summons for the next event to come around. So I'm ready for that. But with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget, smash that thumbs up button and show your support. And I will see you guys in the next one.